Hmm. Something wicked this way comes. Something wicked this way comes. This guy right here. That's not who I'm talking about. I thought this guy right here. He seems a little bit pissed off, doesn't he? Just a little bit upset. And let me tell you, Miles Johnston seems to have been sensing this. He's had a sense of urgency recently. And he hadn't said something wicked this way comes, but I'm saying that. And so something wicked this way comes. I I'm going to be making an announcement. I hope I don't. I waited a few days on this to because I didn't want to like seem upset or something like that. I hope I don't seem rattled. You know, I I'm kind of not that guy. Something bad has happened, and look, I still got my arms. I'm not in an insane asylum. I'm out here at my house, and this happened in Texas, and I'm not. I want to disseminate this news and I want to get people's reactions, and I'm not doing this. I just want you to trust me. I've been on the scene here for a minute. I'm not doing this to try to do like a publicity stunt or something like that. I'm not doing that. And oh, what's he? What trying to build? Sensation or anticipate. No, that's not what this is about. And when I announce this, the people in the community will you're gonna be shocked. I guarantee you're gonna be shocked. And but after it hits it, sits in for a few minutes, you'll probably say, well, you know what? Actually, I'm not that surprised. Absolutely. And so what I would like to do, this is the reason for this video right here, is I am going to reach out to some people who have some shows that I have limited access to, some people who are luminaries, so to speak, in the community, in the truth community. And I'm talking about people like Randy Moggins. I was on his show recently, and of course Miles Johnston. I've been a big fan of his since day one, and I don't know. I'm going to look on and find some other shows. What I'd like to do, what I'd like to do is I'm basically going to tell y'all about something bad that has happened, and I don't want to do this here in about a week. And I want to anyone if these people will agree to give me just a little talk to them on their show for like not even 5 minutes. Uh, I want to do like a poll. Not they can conduct the poll any way they want to. They've got these polls that you can do on YouTube or polls that you can do on Facebook or something like that. And I just want it to be an impromptu poll, and they can handle it however they like. And all the results of the poll are just going to be speculation, opinion, stuff like that. Somebody told me that's fine. That's fine. I want to get people's reactions to this. What has happened? And I want to do that by a poll. And I'm going to ask to, if they will suffer me to, be on their show for 5 minutes, maybe do it at a time when they're not doing the show, or maybe come on while they have a guest. And that way you can get the reaction of the guest as well to this interesting thing. And I don't want to, do it on several shows, and just they can say, well, I didn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, or no, I thought that was the most exciting thing, or I thought that it was just too boring. My viewers didn't want to, know about that, and so I didn't do the poll, or I did do the poll, or whatever. This is just kind of what I've been in this community for a minute. I'm not really asking a favor. I'm just only asking to be allowed to present this information in a certain way where people have a kind of a little bit to think about. There's a little bit of advance notice. I'm on the outside edges, more or less, of, I'm not one of these very known people like, Carrie Cassidy at Project Camelot, or James Rink on, Super Soldier, surviving the Super Soldier forums, something like this. You got all these dang shows out here, and some of them are real good, some of them are bad, some of them are misguided, some of them are just, angelic, and some of them are disinformation, something like that. I'm not. I just want to get on a couple shows and kind of get this news out and get people's reactions on it. You're gonna be, you're gonna be shocked, man. You're gonna be shocked. I think you'll get over the shock pretty quick, because then you'll start thinking about it. You'll kind of think of, oh, well, you know what, that actually makes sense and everything like that. And so it's something bad that has happened in Texas. I didn't expect it to happen. You know, is it affecting me personally? Yeah, I think so. And I'm just going to release the news, and I'm not going to try to color people's opinions about it, or show it in a certain filter. I'm going to present it, and if they happen to have a guest there or something, or I mean, some jaws are going to drop. I guarantee you, some jaws are going to drop. They may think they're getting, oh well, Aiden's going to, tell us some shocking news or something like this, and I've had a week to get ready for it. Nothing can, phase me. Some jaws are going to drop, man. Some people are going to be surprised. They really, really are. And I don't know if I'm going to be surprised, but I am. It's there's more than my curiosity is driving this. I want to see what people's reaction is to this news. And so if I can suffer to, get a few people that I know to trust me, to allow me to be on their show, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is, just only 5 minutes, and make this announcement. It's two things. It's a poll, and then the news of what happened that is, um, you know, the engine or whatever behind the poll. That's what I would like to do. I'm going to be approaching Miles Johnson. I don't know if he'll have time to speak with me on his show. There's absolutely no guarantee of that. Uh, Randy Moggins, same thing, right? I mean, I was on his show just a couple of weeks ago, but these are busy guys. They got a lot of stuff going on. That's why I'm going to ask them for just less than 5 minutes, because have been here in the community for a few years, and I just want you to trust me. I think it's going to surprise you. It really is. It's gonna be. I think I might even be still a little bit shaken up about it. I hope I look like I've got it all together and everything. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And there's also some women's shows, that have shows. I can't really name any off the right. I mean, right now I'm just thinking of Terry Joyce and Christine Joanna Hart. I don't know. Um, I don't think either one of them's mad at me right now. It actually wouldn't matter if I'll get on a hostile show. I don't. A lot of these big time shows, they don't even know who I am. But there's some of these people do, and I've kind of a little bit established on the truther scene here for a few years. I put out some videos trying to just do my part, to be a truther, I just get the truth out there. I don't, my style is I don't do that too much finger pointing and, whistleblowing and stuff like that. I kind of try to say the obvious things and make big, people have big, profound thoughts, but I don't just say, well, Henry Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. He's the guy. We got to go hang this guy. Or it's this group, or it's that group, or something like that. And I'm not saying that's bad that people do that. It's really easy to in your mind get vilify these groups and say, oh, they're behind it, they're behind, and everything like this. And these issues that we're struggling with that are challenging humanity at this time. They're not. They're. It's never just one thing. Okay, and it's comprehensive. It hits on all levels. A lot of it can just be freestyle or seem like that way and everything, but there is an agenda behind this stuff. Absolutely. I mean, I don't care if it's transhumanism, the revelation of the Tartarian, high tech civilization that was right under our nose just 200 years ago. Isn't that weird? I mean, whoa, we're just now finding out that there's like an Atlantean type, civilization with airships and all this shit less than 200 years ago that was worldwide. What? What do you? I thought like people were like going around in castles and playing Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that. I'm not flying up and riding around on mopeds and having cell phones and flying around in airships and shit like that. What the fuck is going on, man? I don't know about it, but listen, Miles Johnson, he's been putting out a lot of content, man. A lot of content, some of his best work he's doing right now. And he's got a sense of urgency, man. Miles Johnson is somebody that might get up there and tell you something wicked this way comes. And we all kind of feel that way. But God, tell you what, something wicked came to Texas last week. Came to Bases, Texas. I'm going to tell you about it, man. And I'm not. You can just draw your own conclusions, and you can hopefully get involved in some poll. I've have not actually done any polls on Facebook or YouTube. There was a couple of years ago this marketing agency that I hired. They did a poll to like it's literally it's like 700 people answered. He was like, okay, here's look at do you like this scruffy guy or this clean cut guy? Which guy do you trust more? And overwhelmingly it was the clean cut guy. So there's and so right, I'm all clean cut now. So I guess I ignored that poll, but this is let me do up. Okay. If usually if there's something going on, Gunter will be barking. Gunter, come here. Come here, Gunter. Where are you, buddy? Oh, you're upstairs. Come on, man. Gunter, look, I got come here, buddy. Oh, you're such a good boy. You goddamn like me. Oh, you like me on TV, don't you? Woo-hoo. Oh, you're such a creature. You're such a little cuddler. Woo-hoo. You really are. You're such a cuddler. Now, you're trying to. Why are you like having a? Oh, you're trying to do cuddling. Okay, okay. I got this guy here. Okay, here you go. All right. Something wicked this way comes on. Maybe something wicked is coming to your neighborhood. You might smell it in the air. What I should say, something wicked was here in Texas last week, and I'm going to tell you about it. And you're going to be stunned and amazed. You're going to be stunned and amazed. I guarantee it. All right. uh, do a little our thing that what we do here, and I kind of I don't have too many edits or anything like that on this. This looks like this little video is going to be at least about 15 minutes long. We usually do this at the first of the show. And what we do is this. It's like, welcome to another exciting episode of You Don't Know. You don't know, huh? So don't act like you do, because there's something bad, like coronavirus, might happen to you. I'm gonna look over here, seriously. Gotta get what's on. And I'm talking to you. Oh! Something wicked. This way comes. And I'm going to call out some favors or whatever, so we get on some people's shows, hopefully, for about 5 minutes. And I am going to make a little announcement, tell some people about something bad that happened. And I'm going to ask them to just do their own impromptu polls, because I think that the truther community and whoever you are that's watching this right now, I think that you're going to want to know about this, and you're going to at least be interested to see what, some people are going to make asinine remarks. Some people are going to say positive things, people are going to say negative things. Or maybe no one will say anything. I mean, I'm not going to, if I don't like what you say about or whatever, about what happened in Texas, I'm not going to fly out to Canada and beat you up, I don't think. Just let me contact some of these people off list and see if they will suffer me to maybe be on a little show or something like that with them for 5 minutes. They're gonna know what the deal is, I don't expect this to be first day. Oh, did you hear what this guy's gonna do and everything like this? But they'll hopefully know about it ahead of time, and then I'll contact them at a certain time. They'll either be alone or they'll be with a guest on the show, and hopefully it won't just be audio, but it may be just audio, and I'll try to keep my hand on video and to keep things engaging, and to find out the people's reactions to these things, and then I'm gonna drop the bomb. I'm gonna let y'all know what has happened. And then I immediately, or no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the question. I'm actually going to ask to dictate the question to the poll. It's very specific words. 7 words or 10 words, something like this. And once you hear the question, you probably go, that's when you're going, oh my God, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And then I will just give another little short little sentence. Okay, this is what happened, and it will make sense with the poll, and there's going to be some people, and their jaw's going to hit the ground. I was not abducted or gone up into a spaceship, or some the little people didn't take me down in their hollow or whatever, and take me to school or some shit like that. This is not there is y'all know that I try to cover a lot of the paranormal, spiritual, and demonic aspects to conspiracy theories and stuff that's going on in the truther community and in the world. It's subjects that are in the truther community and stuff that's going on in the world. There's absolutely nothing wrong with investigating the banksters. Oh, those dang banksters, well, the Federal Reserve, they stole our gold. Listen, I'm not putting that down. I was on that shit like 40 years ago. All right, that's kid stuff. Okay, but that's where some people are always going to be, and it's not because they're dumb, and it's not because they're crazy or stupid or anything like that. It has to do with, in my opinion, it has to do with some type of programming. There are some people that have programming that allows them to see things and discuss things. When somebody who's sitting right next to them, who might be a very smart person, even a genius, it just goes in one ear and out the other because of their programming will not allow them to contemplate these subjects. It goes without saying that the people that watch these shows that I'm on and talk about the subject that I talk about, I mean, the other people, conspiracy theorists, probably don't see it like that. Oh, we're just we're in the banksters over here. You're. Listen, we're at the very fucking top of the apex. We are of the philosophies and the breaking news in the truther community, and here's the reason why: because it's all spiritual. There, when you look at any of these agendas, or as Harold calls Vela, one of the smartest guys in the world, he calls it an agenda. Well, this agenda, and I just got it. Oh, my guy's so smart. I'm not changing the subject here, but he's smart, man. He's a scientist, man. They pay him around and go do smart shit. He looks on supercomputers. Let me tell you, the supercomputer they got now is not the one they had 2 or 3 years ago. They got these damn supercomputers. And by the way, quick little pop quiz here. Where are the supercomputers? Oh, well, this one might be, such and such university, this, whatever. I'm just asking, where are the or here's really a better way to a better question. Who owns the world's supercomputers? Who owns these supercomputers? Is it the Queen of England? Is it the Illuminati? Is it MIT? One of these fancy pants universities, or is it Tavistock? Or Langley? Some type of spy versus spy. No, it's not. It's always the same. But there is supercomputers in the world for the last 30 or 40 years are always owned by. There's only so many of them in the world. Guess who they're owned by? Well, it blew me away when I found this out. Oil companies. Like Exxon, shit like that. There's only so many. If there's they don't get rid of them. There's only so many supercomputers in the world. If it's a supercomputer that's 5 years old, it's no longer a supercomputer. It's just some old shoebox that somebody's using somewhere, but it's not a supercomputer. There's only so many supercomputers. And supercomputers are always owned by not even just the energy industry, they're owned by oil companies. Isn't that bizarre? What's really going on? I mean, yeah, they got a lot of money. I mean, I'm from Texas. I can tell you, they got a lot of dang money. In the oil industry, they say it's not how much, it's when. They don't give a fuck how much you charge. You just charge them whatever. They got all the money in the damn world. That's why they have the supercomputers. That's what, they got a lot of money. And they got the oil, and because they're oil companies. I'm not talking about, solar or nuclear fission or something like that. I'm just talking specifically oil companies own the supercomputers of the world. Oh, well, no. I saw it in some, scientific, deal, over here at Princeton University. That's where the, Cray, whatever, supercomputer. It might be sitting over there, but they don't own it. It's on loan. When Harold Vela gets paid to do some nerdy job of finding something out, and he has to use a supercomputer, he's using it it's going over the internet. It doesn't matter where that motherfucker is. There's only so many of them, and they're owned by oil companies. One more quick fact about oil companies, and I'm not skitsy. Paranoid whatever. Listen. North American Free Trade Agreement. We got Mexico. I'm not going to say anything about that. You got the United States of America. Okay. And you got Canada. That's basically North America. There's just oil refineries all over the place. Houston is just full of oil refineries. But there's different kinds of oil refineries. There are certain types of oil refineries that make gasoline. Gasoline, like what goes in your car, not liquid petroleum or something you make a hot dog with. Gasoline that goes in your car that also powers military vehicles and stuff like that. Not even airplanes and shit like that. It just makes shit go on the ground. Gasoline. Quick quiz for you right here. Well, you may have already known this. I'd be surprised if you do. Mexico, the United States of America, and Canada. It's pretty big area. It's a lot of people now. Supposedly 300 million is right here in the United States, and they got a lot of people. They got a lot of Mexicans down there in Mexico. When I was staying in Mexico City, it goes back and forth between Mexico City and Japan, on one of the biggest cities in the world. You know, 10 years ago, it was 26 million people in Mexico City. I live in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas has 2 million people. Austin, Texas is not a small city. Austin, Texas is the 10th biggest city in the United States of America. Most of the 10 biggest cities in America are in Texas. San Antonio is like the 7th biggest city in the United States of America. I mean, we know the big mega cities: Houston, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, right? I mean, these are your big ones, okay? But in that top, huge, but in that top 10, coming in at number 10 is the number one city in the world, the home of Bases, Texas. And I'm talking about a sexy motherfucking city. I'm talking about Austin, Texas, okay? But yeah, so your biggest, an inordinate amount of your biggest cities in the United States, Texas has a lot of them. El Paso, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, and Fort Worth. You know, I don't know what Fort Worth is. It might be like 12th or something like that, but there's a lot of people here. And it's all spread out because Texas is a very, very big state. Texas, everybody knows this. Everything's big in Texas. Texas is like the size of several states put together. Texas is bigger than California. Texas is the only thing that Texas is not bigger than Alaska. But goddamn, there's nobody up there in Alaska. Hey, you can't. They don't even have women up there. I mean, they gotta bring them on boats and shit every like twice a year or something. I think I don't. That's why they got so much money up there. Well, who wants to go live up there and just freeze your ass off and there ain't no chicks up there. Oh, but they got chicks up there. All right, I'm not gonna go there. Sorry, Alaska. Uh, and not changing subjects once again. This got brought up between me and my handler the other day. This is something we know. My handler, y'all have heard me talking about her for years. She wasn't really that mean to me today. I talked to her on the phone. I don't talk to her on the phone every day. Well, she is one of the most beautiful women in the world. Period. She is also a 26-year veteran of the Hollywood motion picture industry, and her connections go all the way to the very top. Oh, that's just a coincidence. That's just a coincidence. I don't like to bring this person's name too much because I'm not even say I've never met this person. They have different covens, kind of like that. I don't. She's like this. She's like this with Julia Roberts. I've never met that way. I don't know any celebrities. God damn, what fuck, man. Something wicked. This the fuck. Did y'all say something? And it happened right when I mentioned somebody's name. Maybe that was like a warning. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up. God damn, I shouldn't have said that. I said when Winona Ryder, isn't that what I said? Oh, shit. I'm not gonna edit that. I said it in a real low voice. Sorry. God damn, man. Something wicked this way comes. Anyway, I was talking to my handler the other day, and at a point when she wasn't like beating me up, and I'm trying not to give the wrong impression. I'm not somebody who goes around getting beat up by women. I mean, come on, man. This person is not your average person. Not well. She's one of the most beautiful women in the world, and she has superpowers. They're like weird. I've said this before on the show. This person, men cannot resist this person. I don't give a fuck who you are. If she decides